Exxaro is a diversified mining company with operations in South Africa. We also have sales offices in Amsterdam and China, with a joint venture in Australia. We employ around 11,000 people and have an annual revenue of 13 billion rand. We're the fourth largest coal company in South Africa and also the only company that produces zinc in South Africa.
Exxaro implemented shared services in 2005. It was a new concept for the company and it was introduced for most of the service departments, typically your HR environment, your FI or finance and your IT environment. Part of shared services is one of the main principles is all about economies of scale, meaning that we process a large number of repetitive transactions on a daily basis.
Good afternoon, you're speaking to Natasha. How may I assist you?
The idea was to split the front office from the back office, meaning that the contact center can have its own focus area to focus on the customers and give them their undivided attention, whereas the back office can continue processing transactions without any unplanned interruptions. In accounts payable, for instance, we process in the region of 12,500 invoices on a monthly basis. Of those, 90% are captured initially without any problems. But the 10% that remains that have queries on it takes double the time to resolve. We realized that the growing number of queries in specifically the accounts payable area and the poor interaction with our customers highlighted the fact that we need a separate contact center and a specific query tracking capability.
Exxaro implemented SAP initially 12 years ago, and subsequently we established a competency center in-house to support the product. When we received this requirement from the business, we decided to evaluate 6 other products besides SAP CRM to see what is out there. I think the biggest decision to implement SAP CRM in the end came to the integration capability with our back-end system. There was a lot of other functionality in the system that the business was really enjoying and liking, but for us from IT, it was really about integrating and having a cost-effective end-to-end solution in the end.
SAP was also the only vendor that offered a telephony solution through BCM, and BCM also has the potential to be expanded in future to replace our current PIBX system. For us in the FinShare Center, the main objective was to improve the customer experience, whether it's an employee phoning in, complaining about overtime not being reflected on his payslip, whether it's a vendor phoning in, offering additional discount for early payment. We wanted to improve on that.
Then we also looked at skills query handling and routing, where we used 4 different languages out of the 11 South African official languages to actually assist the users in whatever language they preferred.
Payslip October. Okay,
So if the user wanted to be helped in Zulu or in Xhosa or in Afrikaans or English, they could be routed to the correct agent to help them.
Exxaro already had SAP as our backbone application. Selecting CRM now allowed us an integrated solution to real-time data from the FI and HR modules. For instance, if there's a call coming in from an employee, he already identified himself on the IVR initially, so that when the administrator in the contact center takes the call, the employee's master data already appears on the screen. Furthermore, the same applies to the vendor side, again with the vendor master data appearing and the immediately access to real-time data at that moment. What is the exact status of that vendor's account and when will we be paying him?
When we finally chose the product of SAP CRM, we were very happy from an IT perspective, because now we only had to work with one vendor, which made it much easier in terms of handling problems. You only have to talk to one guy. But another, I think, more important aspect was the fact that the integration capability of SAP into our back-end system through NetWeaver made it very much easier for us to handle problem areas. Exxaro is currently in the process of reviewing our total service organization. And the idea is to take the successful implementation of SAP SAP CRM and extend that to the rest of the service organization to enable a single contact center and a single interaction facility for the end user to be able to log a call for whatever problem they have, whether it's a FinShare query or an IT requirement or even a facility problem.
The employees working in the FinShare Centre, first of all, if you take the administrators in the contact centre, suddenly now have access to very reliable software that allows them information to help them to support the answers that they're giving to their customers. Whilst on the other side, if you take the back office employees working in either payroll or accounts payable, have the advantage now that whatever queries they send out to the business units, maybe to the HR environment or the supply chain environment, that they can track that automatically. And I think that gave them a lot of, empowered them a lot more, and also gave them a lot of comfort that whatever they track is there and it's in the system. We can certainly recommend SAP, BCM and CRM to other companies. We gained a lot of value from the fact that it was a reliable solution that we implemented, and we also achieved the benefits that we aimed for by improving the service delivery from the FinShare Centre, and surely that's commendable to any other company.